Hi Octoroks! In this series, we'll complete every shrine 3 different ways. The Nintended Way, a fast, easy way without glitches, and a dumb, silly way that may or may not make sense. Today, we'll complete all the shrines that are in the Rospro Pass Tower region on the surface. There are 8 of them, and this is the order that we're going to be doing them in. And so you know, the skulls represent a shrine that needs to be found because of a cave, and the ore stamp is the green crystal shrine. Now we're going to start with the Gatakis shrine. Aw, kiss. Ride the winds. This shrine is located on the west side of the Rito Village Island. Once you're inside, jump across using the paraglider. Ride this wind with the paraglider, and you have to avoid the lasers. It's not too difficult. Then you're going to jump through the hole. You're going to see some ice. You have to dive through it to break it. Then you're going to see a ledge with a construct. You don't have to defeat the construct, but defeat the construct if you'd like. Get the treasure chest, which is a strong construct bow. Then you'll see a couple other constructs trying to shoot you. You do have to paraglide to them to go under that gate. Use the winds to fly all the way up on the other side of that gate. And then the shrine is complete. This shrine is pretty simple. The fastest way is to just do it this way. You don't have to get the treasure chest or defeat the constructs. And the dumb way, silly way, I've got nothing for you. This shrine is too simple. The next one is southwest of the tower, and you do have to get into the West Lake Totori cave to enter it. This is the Wao-os shrine, lever power. Wow. So in this shrine, you have to use the power of the lever. So the way we're going to do the first part, we're going to put this little cup at the end of this lever. And then we're going to drop the cube at the other end, and it's going to flip the cup onto the button. This will then open a gate with a wooden plank. We're going to get the wooden plank, attach it to that little lever. We're then going to attach the little cup at the end of the lever. And if you look up here, you might see a treasure chest. We're going to use a cube to drop on the lever. This will allow Link to fly up. And then we're going to use this to get the treasure chest. And in this treasure chest is a spicy elixir. We're going to then go back down. We're going to put the ball into the little cup. Then we're going to drop the cube at the other end. And it should swing the ball all the way into the other button. And it might miss. If it misses and it goes too high, that means the cube was too high. So we're going to do it again. Put the cube to the max height. Drop it down just a little bit. And then you can let go of it. And then the ball will hit the button. Then you're going to take Link, put him in the cup, put the cube as high as possible, drop the cube, and now Link will fly to the other side. And shrine is complete. After completing the shrine, I think the cup and ball should be used in the beginning too. That might be the Nintended way. Oh well. For the fast way, I'm going to make sure I have a rocket shield. I'm then going to fuse the ball to my sword. I will then swing Link all the way to the second button. Use my weapon to hit the button. And then use the rocket shield to go up to the door. Shrine complete, fast way. For the fun way, I had fun with this one. I got the cube and I attached a whole bunch of bombs and some dazzle fruit so I can create a firework when it lands. So I launched the ball onto the first button, and guess what? The ball landed without hitting any of the materials. And then eventually it blew up, so I missed the fireworks. Boring. So we tried it again and added more stuff to it to create fireworks for the first button. Are we ready? We're gonna drop the cube and... ta-da! The ball missed the button, but the fireworks were beautiful. Then for the next part, I tried to be cool. So I launched the cube without the extra plank, so it doesn't go far enough. But then I went into bullet time and shot the ball with bomb arrows so then it could hit the button. Yeah. And that's about it. Shrine complete, the dumb way. The next shrine is the Sahirow. This is east of the tower. Aid from above. That means there's something from above you have to think about. You'll see some lasers. Keep running straight. Jump over the lasers. Don't touch the lasers or else the floor will open and you'll fall. The second part, jump over the laser, duck under the laser, go to the right, go to the left, go back to the right, climb up the stairs, jump over the 3 lasers. Then you have to ascend up the platform. This is giving you a clue for the next part. Then you can go left or right. We're gonna go right, duck under this laser, and this laser is important. This opens the door. Use the block to touch the laser. The floor will open, but the door will open. So go on the door, open the chest, and you get yourself another spicy elixir. Remove the block so you can jump across again, then enter the other side. When you get to the first part, you have to jump over the laser. When you get to the second part, you have to duck under the laser. And then the third part, oh no, it looks like there's nothing you can do. What's this shrine called again? Oh yeah, let's ascend up to the top. And shrine is complete. For the fast way, we're going to speed through the shrine. The first part, jump over it. The second part, you're going to do the duck, jump over. You only need to go on the right side. And then for the last part, if you're fast enough, you should be able to run into the laser, jump on the side because the floor flips to the side, jump on that ledge, then jump to the other side. Shrine complete the fast way. For the dumb way, I don't know if this is dumb or genius. This could also be considered the fast way. I jumped over the first laser, and then for the second part, all I did was use the rocket shield to get all the way to the top. Then I paraglided to the other side. Then I used the rocket shield again to paraglide as far as I could go. And I got so close to the end, all I did was run and jump into the laser. And I made it to the other side. There is another way that I tried. I realized that the lasers go towards you and then they go back. So what I did another time was I just waited for the laser to go all the way to the end. Then I followed the laser all the way to the very end and I simply just walked on to the other side. Dumb? I think not. This is genius. Shrine complete. The next shrine is the Rutafu-um shrine. This is a Rauru's blessing. You need to enter the Hebra Mountain Northwest Cave. This is northwest of Selmy's cabin. When you're into this cave, follow along. You'll also see this stick. If you go in there, there's the bubble frog if you need to get it. Then follow along, you're going to see some water. And in the water, there is a green crystal. So we're going to get the green crystal first. We're going to get the green crystal by breaking some of this ice to create a really long stick. Really long stick solves lots of problems in this game. I'll then use this stick to get the green crystal. After I get the green crystal out, you can defeat these bokoblins. After the bokoblins are defeated, put the crystal in the shrine thing. Enter the shrine, it's a Rauru's blessing. Open the treasure chest for a topaz, and shrine is complete. For the fast way, I don't have any fast ways. The thing you could do is just get the crystal and run past the bokoblins if you want, but that would be about it. For the dumb way, I was proud of myself, but also upset with the game. What I did was I fused a rocket to the crystal. Then when I shot the rocket, it wouldn't work. So I put a wing in the water so I can reach the rocket. I shot the rocket, it exploded, and it got out the water. Then from here, we call this Zelda Gulf. I attach the rocket to it to reach the shrine and see if I can make it in its hole. And this is where the game upset me. I used the rocket, hit the crystal. The green crystal made it to the shrine right in the center. But it is not supposed to hit the center. This counts. It counts. This is a hole in one. So then I attacked the crystal just so it could move an inch. And then shrine complete. Ooh. The next shrine is a Sisuran shrine. This is a Rauru's blessing. This is another green crystal shrine, and the green crystal is on a talus. All you have to do is defeat the talus and you get the green crystal. I won't really talk too much about how to defeat the talus, but this is a frost talus, so if you burn the talus, it'll get stunned and then it won't be iced. You can also use bombs to break its arms. You can also use arrows to shoot the crystal to stun it that way too, and then use your strongest weapons on the crystal to defeat him. This shrine is a Rauru's blessing, and inside the treasure is a sapphire. Shrine complete. And for the fast way, it just depends how fast you can defeat the talus. But for a dumb way, I tried to create some random things I could think of. First, I tried to build this robot, but when it stood up, I didn't realize the rockets came off its arms. So I went to the talus, and when the talus got up, nothing was happening, so I ran away. I reattached the rockets, and I went back to the talus, and then I got stuck on this tree, and my robot broke. After I fixed everything, I went back to the talus, started fighting the talus, and I realized the rocket shoots its legs for whatever reason, so the talus didn't lose any health, and eventually the talus destroyed me. My second attempt was to make a car, and only one side have lasers and rockets. This took a while to make, and I was upset this didn't work either. It kept aiming for the talus's legs, and it didn't damage the talus at all because it wasn't hitting the crystal. Annoying. And finally, I made this hoverstone with some construct heads, some rockets, and some lasers, and I floated it up in the air. And this one worked. I just had to make sure I kept eating large crystallized charges. And I stood there and watched the talus get defeated. Eventually, the hoverstone got too close and it fell, and then I just defeated the talus my own way. Shrine complete. Next, we have the Eutoum Shrine. This is a Proving Ground Shrine, Infiltration. This one's located north of the tower near the end of the map. For the Nintended Way, there is no specific Nintended Way. All you have to do is defeat all the enemies. Because this is called Infiltration, I want to defeat all the enemies without getting caught. Because if you get caught, they alarm one another. So first, I'm going to defeat this construct by causing some noise and then sneaking around this column, then hitting him in the back. Then I'm going to ascend to the top here. For this shrine, it's basically a big square fortress, and we're going to go inside. I'm going to break this barrel to get some arrows. And then I'm going to use this barrel to add to my weapon to make it stronger. I'm going to duck under the lasers, and there's two corners with different things. There's a corner on the left and a corner on the right. I'm going to go to the corner right, so I'm going to quickly run to the other side. Now that I'm on the other side, I'm going to jump over the laser, go to the right and move this block. I'm going to turn it diagonally so I can climb it, and then I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to then get this block, make some noise, then I'm going to drop the block onto the construct. I'm going to drop down, get some weapons, then I'm going to ascend it back up. And as you see here on the other side of the room, there is an emitter that sees me, so I'm going to shoot it to deactivate it. And then I'm going to make my way to the other side. I'm going to then attract the construct to the emitter, then I'm going to turn on the emitter, and the emitter will attack the construct. I'm going to use the bow that I got to defeat that construct. I'm going to drop down the hole by the emitter, turn on the emitter to attack this construct. I'm going to ascend back up, and then I'm going to jump off and shoot the construct with arrows. And then while I'm up here, I'm going to shoot the other construct with arrows, and then I defeated all the constructs without getting caught. You get all your stuff back. I'm going to open the chest to get a sapphire, and shrine is complete. For the fast way, you just have to not be scared. Grab the weapons in the beginning, run and defeat the first construct. Even if they alarm the others, you should be fine. Then run defeat the other construct at the main gate, and then you can fuse these spikes if you want. I'm gonna go to the top because I guess I'm slightly scared. Also, I want to use this flame emitter. So deactivate the flame emitter and then activate the flame emitter. Drop down and fuse this flame emitter to your shield. And then fight the other constructs. Just watch out for the construct in the distance because it shoots shock arrows. And honestly, if you go back into this room, grab the beam emitter, you should be fine for the whole thing. Use the beam emitter and then use it to defeat the constructs. And shrine complete. For the dumb way, I was kind of proud of this one. I went straight to the top. I went to the right to grab the weapons. Then I went back up, and then I went to the other side where the emitters are. I deactivated their emitter and activated it so the emitters are on my side. And then I attached the other two emitters to it. And then I just walked around with this stake with the emitters on it to defeat all the constructs. This one was fun. Shrine complete. The next shrine is the Tauyosipun shrine. Forward or backward. This one's all the way in the west at the edge of the map. For the first part, you'll see some rolling balls. All you need to do is recall one of them and it's going to push the other balls back up. Now you've made it to the next part. On the left side or in front of you, you'll see a wheel and a treasure chest drop and fall backwards. So all you need to do is recall the wheel so the treasure chest falls in front of you. Open the treasure chest and you got yourself a strong construct bow. For the next part, you're going to see a button that holds the gate. It holds the ball in this little half pipe. Then you're going to put the orb on the other side of the ball and then use it to recall and push the orb in its hole. And then the gate opens. Now for this last part, you're going to see the ball roll on some rails. All you're going to simply do is recall the ball when it's in the middle, and then unrecall it so it drops in the hole. And now for the final part, you're going to get the orb, put it in this little bowl, allow it to move around, and then when it gets over the hole that it needs to drop, recall it so it stays up there, and then unrecall it so it drops. When the ball's in the hole, the gate will open and shrine is complete. This is another shrine. I can't necessarily think of a fast way to do it. You just do all the stuff you're supposed to do, just do it quickly. Now, for the dumb creative way that I did. For the first part, as I was running up this hill, I fused all the balls to all my weapons until I made it to the other side. For this next part, I also failed many times, but I tried really hard to open the treasure chest before it fell, and I finally got it right at the top. For the next part, first I ultra-handed 3 bombs, and then the ball went too far, so I'm smart, so then I only put 2 bombs. And then when the bombs exploded, I thought it was going to get stuck, but eventually it made it in the hole. For the third part, instead of using the recall, I just shot a bomb at it again and let the ball drop. It kind of like rolled around the rim, but eventually it made it home. And for the last part, what I did was I moved the ball as far out as possible. I recalled it so it stayed there. Then I used a rocket shield so I could make it into the hole. And then I tried to ultra hand the ball, but I was too far. So instead what I did was I ascended onto the platform so I was in the bowl. And then while I was in the bowl, I ultra handed the ball so I can grab the ball and put it in the hole myself. and then I jumped across. And shrine is complete. And the last one is the Otak shrine. This is another proving grounds called traps. You do have to go into the Icefall Foothills cave. You just have to melt some ice to get through, and eventually you'll make it to the shrine. For this shrine, the way I think the Nintended Way is supposed to be is to use all the traps that they give. So I tried my best to use the traps. Now the thing is, the traps don't actually defeat the constructs. So first I went to the left side and I used this fire to burn this construct. And like I said, the construct won't be defeated, so I shot it. Then for the second one, I followed the path. I went along and got the construct's attention. I made him chase me and I dropped this fire so the construct can get burned. And then I just fought the construct to defeat it. And for the next one, there is some barrels, bomb barrels there. So I made the bomb barrels blow up, but then they chased me. And of course, I just used my own weapons to defeat them. There is this one little trap over here that I used. It didn't catch the construct and he hit me. So I just defeated him my own way. Then there's this last pair of constructs. For the first one, I just attacked them right away. And the second one, I tried to make him chase me to fall under this trap with the wood slab and then drop some rocks on him. So I sent it up. I broke the rope, let the rocks fall on it. I don't even know if it got hit. I think it did. Yes, it did. And then because it's still alive, I just attacked it. Actually, I made it chase me so I can try to use the trap in the very middle. First, I thought it would follow me under this big block, but it didn't. So I lifted the block myself and had it chase me and drop the block on top of it. And that didn't defeat it. I tried to do it a couple times using recall. Eventually, I just threw my weapon at it. There is a treasure chest with a mighty construct bow, which is great, and shrine is complete. For the fast way, you just have to, again, like the other one, not be scared. I immediately went to the ones that are right in front because there's the bomb barrel that blows up the first one and it gets defeated quickly. And then I fought the second one because it had a good weapon. After fighting the second one, I got its weapon. And I can one-hit kill the construct pair, one of them, and then I just fought the other one and eventually it got defeated. And I made my way to the other side and simply fought the other two. Shrine complete. Now, for the silly way, I wanted to get all of them to be stuck in all the traps. So the ones with the bow, the first one on the left, I defeated them myself because I wanted its bow. Then I went to the other side and defeated the other one with the bow, just because he won't chase me. And then I tried to get the other four to chase me. I got them to chase me enough to get under the rocks, which was great. Then I ascended up to the top of the rocks, broke the rope, and then the rocks killed two of them. That's perfect. Now I have two left. I tried to get them to follow me under the center block. Only one of them did, and it got hit. Then I tried to recall it so I can lift it, but then they didn't follow me. They just kept throwing rocks at me. Eventually one of them did, and I dropped them on top. The other one went back home, so I had to go get its attention. Back to the center, they followed me. I got them to follow me towards the big block, but then I died. So for the second attempt, I basically did the same thing, but this time I put the bomb barrels at the bottom of the big block. I did get one from dropping the boulders. And then I wanted them to follow me under the big block, but they wouldn't. So I got them to try to chase me again. I dodged one attack and then got stabbed in the kidney. And then after that, I didn't feel like doing it again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more Zelda content, feel free to subscribe or check out the channel. And I hope you check out the other Shrine videos. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.